Hi, my name's Chris. I'm a French teacher at We Communicate. I'm a professional French language coach. Why am I calling this video Language Learning Needs Its Punk Rock Revolution? Well, it's a comparison. If you look at music in the 70s, the youth had no representation. Music was boring, it was all glam, disco, pub rock, experimental, stadium rock with endless solos. Then punk rock came along. It was fast, direct, loud and honest. It wasn't polished, it was real. Keeping this thought in mind, yesterday I was listening to the French of one of the top 3 polyglots on YouTube. I think he's somewhat of a celebrity. You surely know him, but I won't mention him by name. It was fast, it was impressive, it sounded so genuine, but it was also littered with mistakes. I swear to you, 9 seconds in, I'd already spotted 4 mistakes. I'm not even talking about pronunciation, I'm talking about grammar and tenses. And people are genuinely amazed. What an accent you have, how well you speak, I wish I could be like you. And the linguist and qualified teacher in me doesn't quite understand the enthusiasm. So this got me thinking, why am I seeing so many hundreds of comments from people who constantly fail? That's the truth of it, they constantly fail. They all seem to be saying the same thing in a different form. They all seem to be saying, I am currently learning a language, I am currently failing, but I hope that one day I'll be and speak like you. But I'm thinking, well, what's missing? What am I not understanding? Why don't you just learn the damn thing? What am I not seeing? And so I asked myself, I said, well, okay, these famous teachers and companies and polyglots and whatnot, what is their background exactly? And I came up with an interesting list that I'm going to read to you. And that was validated by 2 different AI, what do you call them, robots, websites, search engines, 2 different. I used ChatGPT and Gemini to check the facts. And I checked the background of some of the most famous polyglots / language schools / language school owners. And I'll read the list in no particular order. And if I left you out, my apologies. Number 1, Benny Lewis. He's the founder of Fluent in 3 Months. Background, electrical engineer, not a linguist or a teacher. Number 2, Ollie Richards. He's the founder of something called I'll Teach You a Language. Background, journalist and author, no formal linguistics or teaching degree. Number 3, Steve Kaufman, Link Q. Background, businessman, entrepreneur and polyglot, not a traditional educator. Number 4, Gabriel Weiner, founder of Fluent Forever. Background, opera singer, not a linguist. Number 5, Duolingo, Louis von Ahn. Background, computer scientist, not a linguist. Number 6, Hugo Cotton from Inner French. Background, business and marketing, no linguistics either. Number 7, Luca Lampariello, YouTube polyglot. Background, engineering and banking. And number 8, Moselinga, yeah, that's right. Francois, the name is Francois. App creator, background, IT and business, no formal linguistics or teaching training. Number 9, Rocket Languages, Jason Oxenham. Background, business and entrepreneurial background, not linguistics or formal language teaching. Number 10, Lingoda, Fabian and Felix Wunderlich. Background, entrepreneurs. 11, Babbel, Marcus Witter and Thomas Holl, they must be German. Background, business tech, not linguists. Number 12, Rosetta Stone. We've all heard of Rosetta Stone. Alan Stolzfuss, does that mean Proudfoot? Alan Stolzfuss and company, background, tech, entrepreneurial. The original team weren't linguists. Number 13, Steve Smith, never heard of him. English addict, English classes, background, marketing, entrepreneur. 14, Memorize, Ed Cook and Ben Waitley. Background, card memorizer and entrepreneur. 15, Quizlet, Andrew Sutherland. Background, computer science. Number 16, Boozoo, Bernard Niesner, Adrian Hilty. Background, MBA business. 17, Mango Languages, Jason Toshuba. Background, software developer. When I see this list, I'm really thinking, well, who actually does have a degree in proper language teaching or linguistics or teaching or some form of proper teaching? And when you ask AI, it seems that there's just 2 names. It's not even a question of who doesn't have one? It's, well, who does have one? In all these famous people, yeah, who even does have a proper degree in what they do for a living? And it seems that Paul Noble is one of them, and Paul Pimsleur, who used to be a university professor in California, is the second. And you're left thinking, well, who's actually qualified for this? I find this, it paints a very interesting picture to me. Now, if I tie this back to the long list of comments, I wish I could be like you, I wish I could learn languages, I wish I wasn't constantly failing, well, of course, it's a bit easy to say it's their fault, it's the fault of the app creators, but it's also silly not to even ask the question, could it be that many people are learning in a very wrong way? Because the language resources were developed by people who, well, essentially weren't qualified for it. Perhaps, just perhaps, language teaching needs to be put back into the proper hands, the hands of those who did grind it out at university for several years. And perhaps we do need our punk rock. Perhaps we do need, in language learning, our very own Dana White from UFC, because regardless of what we think of cage fighting, MMA, UFC, well, it did serve to shut down the debate of which martial art actually worked in a real combat situation, because back in the 80s, and even before, it was, well, watch out, he's a ninja, he can probably kill you with a finger because he's a ninja, and watch out, he's a karate expert, and watch out, he's the heavyweight boxing champion of the world, the baddest man on the planet. And when the UFC came around, well, let's sort out the question once and for all, what actually really works? And I think language learning today is still waiting for its very own punk rock revolution, its very own Dana White figure, to prove what actually works and what doesn't. Tell me what you think in the comments.